Time to take down Vivian Conley and hopefully get us one step closer to finding that son of a bitch cleaner. We know that patrols of cleaners regularly head out to the west gate of their oil refinery. Let's exploit...
Agent, you are now group leader. You have been promoted to group leader. An agent from your clan has joined your team. Immediate medical assistance needed.
Drone on me too, Kelso.
Like you're getting warmer, Agent. Keep at it.
Hostile sniper turret detected. Hostile stinger hive detected. Hostile striker drone detected. Hostile phaser drone detected. Hostile assault turret detected.
Here you are, like a moth to the flame.
Kick her ass, Agent.
For the longest time, I didn't understand why the division wouldn't recognize our work. What we're trying to do. I guess the only thing the division understands is you and I, we're almost the same. Like the division, all our work is about providing the right conditions for life to prosper.
Here you go. Easy peasy. Power source knocked out. Tower disabled.
You really have no idea what you're doing. The cause you're compromising right now.
You flushed her out, Agent. Now take her down.
You're watching Random Plays. This is Radio Gamer back on track, loud and clear. Today I'm breaking down a high-risk, high-reward DPS build centered around the Strega Exotic AR and the Overdogs Gloves Exotic. Strega is French for witch, and this build fits perfectly for its translation because this build is a bit of a double-edged sword. You're dealing massive damage but somehow you're fragile. However, if you got good positioning, that curse turns into pure punish. Big shout out to Infinitel from the Division 2 Reddit community for suggesting this all-in DPS build. This setup is all about raw weapon damage, fast takedowns, and punishing enemies the moment you land your shots. We're hitting 56.9 crit chance and 133% crit damage, thus this build will shatter your enemies. So just to get the hang of it, let's get started. For the specialization, I'm running Gunner. It's all about sustained fire and battlefield control, which pairs perfectly with the Strega Exotic AR. The extra rate of fire and ammo sustain let you keep pressure on the enemies without constantly reloading or backing off. The armor on kill, on the other hand, helps offset the glass cannon downside, giving you just enough survivability to stay aggressive when clearing waves. Weapons. The heart of this build is the Strega Exotic Assault Rifle. Strega thrives on consistent hits and sustained fire, rewarding accuracy with massive damage output. This weapon shines when you're tracking targets, chaining kills, and keeping pressure on elites and named enemies. It holds the talent called Unnerve, and what makes Strega perfect here is that this build fully commits to weapon damage amplification. Every kill spreads marks to nearby enemies, and those marks stack amplified damage. The more you fight, the harder Strega hits, and this is up to 5 stacks per target. So as long as you keep getting kills and applying pressure, your damage stays ramped and reliable. No reset, no downtime, just constant amplified damage that makes every follow-up target melt faster. Gears. Next star of the build, the Overdogs Exotic Gloves. Overdogs reward aggressive play and proper target focus. The harder you push fights and keep pressure on the enemies, the more value you squeeze out of this exotic. They scale incredibly well with high weapon damage setups like this one. When paired with Strega, Overdogs turn every engagement into executions, not exchanges. For its talent weakest link, 30% amplified weapon damage as you follow the tier hierarchy. And on this piece, I have 15% weapon damage, 6% crit chance, and 12% crit damage. For the mask, I'm running unit alloys. This piece is all about solid, reliable damage scaling. No flashy effects, just clean stats that push your overall DPS higher. Unit alloys fits perfectly into this build because they don't require conditions. Your damage is always online, always consistent. For the brandset bonus, you'll be having 5% rate of fire, 20% assault rifle damage, and 50% magazine size. And on this piece, I have 15% weapon damage, 6% crit chance, reroll 12% crit damage, and a mod slot for 12% crit damage. Chest. This piece is where the build becomes high risk, high reward. The sacrifice named item or the perfect Glasscannon massively boosts your damage at the cost of your survivability. That means positioning, awareness, and smart cover usage are mandatory. But if you can handle that downside, the upside would be insane. Your Strega hits harder, your Overdogs gloves hit harder, and enemies melt before they can punish you. On this piece, I have 14.9% weapon damage, rerolled for 10% headshot damage, 6% crit chance, and a mod slot for 5.9 crit chance. Holster. On this piece, we stay with unit alloys, this time with the named Salvo holster. Salvo adds extra punch during sustained engagements, which synergizes perfectly with the Strega's playstyle. The longer you stay active in fights, the more value you get. This encourages smart positioning. Stay alive, keep shooting, and let your damage ramp up naturally. On this build, or on this piece, I have 170,000 armor, 5% rate of fire, and 12% crit damage. For the backpack, we're also running Providence to take advantage of another 8% crit chance. Providence brand bonuses are perfect here, critical stats, and raw weapon damage. Exactly what a Strega build wants. With the gift or Perfect Vigilance, this piece ties the entire setup together and ensures your damage output stays competitive in the endgame content. On this piece, I have 13.1% weapon damage, 5% crit chance, rerolled for 12% crit damage, and a mod slot for 11.9 crit damage. Last but not the least, knee pads. Once again, unit alloys, and this completes the brandset bonus and reinforces the idea behind this build. Consistent damage, zero downtime since you'd be earning the 50% magazine size. Every movement you make, every engagement you take, your damage remains reliable. No waiting for stacks, just clean output. On this piece, I have 14.4% weapon damage, rerolled for 12% crit damage, and 5% crit chance. Alternatively, depending on your preference, you can go for Fox's Sprayers for that 8% damage to target out of cover. But from the footages earlier, I went for unit alloys for that 50% magazine size. For the skills, I went through a Crusader shield, and this lets me stay aggressive while still playing smart. This is a Glasscannon DPS build. The shield gives me that extra layer of protection so I can keep firing Strega without constantly ducking out of fights. Then we have a Reviver Hive, which is my insurance policy. With Glasscannon in play, mistakes get punished fast, and the Reviver Hive gives you that second chance when things get sideways. Last but not the least is the preview for stats. That's it for the video. If you like it, please give a thumbs up and please do subscribe to my channel. I will really appreciate it for more upcoming videos. Once again, you're watching Random Plays. This is Radio Gamer. Over and out.